Our chat is safe. We are ready to roll. You wouldn't believe how few Christmas books were written about Santa Claus before the 1930s. Very few. But what I was able to find was a lot of short stories. So we will get into Santa Claus short stories. Our first one is called The Santa Claus, and it was written in 1900. So let's see what it's about. Where Santa Claus lives and what he does. At the top of the earth, in which they call North Pole, is where Santa Claus lives. A right jolly old soul, and the ice and the snow lie so thick on the ground, the sun cannot melt them the whole summer round. All wrapped up in fur from his head to his toes, no feeling of coldness does dear Santa Claus know, but travels about with a heart full of joy, as happy as if he were only a boy. His cheeks are like roses, his eyes are as bright as stars that shine out overhead in night, and they twinkle as merry to all the while a broad sunbeam is Santa Claus's smile. He never is idle except when he sleeps, and even in dreams at his labors will keep, and all through the day and all through the night, it is true, he is working and planning, dear children, for you. On top of his tower, with spyglass in hand, he goes every morning to look o'er the land. And there are hills all around, I suppose. He sees much farther than anyone knows. He peeps into houses with doors that are tight shut. He looks through the place and likewise the hut. He gazes on cities and villages small, and nothing, no, nothing is hidden at all. He knows where the good children all live beyond doubt. He knows what the bad boys and girls are about. He writes down their names on a page by themselves in a book that he keeps on his library shelves. For the good little children, the gentle and kind, the prettiest presents and toys are designed. And when Christmas comes around, as it does once a year, 'tis certain that Santa Claus will then appear. His workshop is such a wonderful place, with heaps of gray stains, ribbons, and lace, with houses and furniture, dishes and pans, bracelets and bangles, and all sorts of fans. There are horses that gallop and dollies that walk, and some of the pretty baby dolls can talk. There are popguns and marbles and tops for the boys, and big drums and trumpets that make a big noise. There are games for all seasons, like baseball and kite, and books which the children will seize with delight, and the skates and the sleds far too many to count, and the bicycles for wheelmen ready to mount. There are farmyards aplenty in fences and trees, cows, sheep, and oxen all taking their ease, and turkeys and ducks, and fine chickens and hens, dear little piggies to put in their pens. Oh, the happy Noah's Ark, just as full as can be of animals, really a wonder to see. There are lions and tigers and camels and bears, and two of each kind, for they travel in pairs. There are elephants stretching their long noses quite long, and reindeer and elk with their antlers so strong, and weird kangaroos, and all the other amid with their dear babies in pockets well hid. If Santa Claus happy, there's no need to ask, for he finds such enjoyment indeed in his task. Hey Snowball, welcome in. I found Santa stories finally. That he bubbles with laughter and whistles and sings while making and planning the beautiful things. The dear, the little brownie, so nimble and fleet, will run on his errand with tireless feet and carry big bundles and boxes because they want to be friendly to good Santa Claus. He is jolly good fellow, but ever so shy. He likes to do all his good deeds on the sly. So there's no use of spoiling a nice winter's nap, for you'll not catch a glimpse of that jolly old chap. When Christmas Eve comes, into bed you must creep, and late in the night, when you are all asleep, he is certain to come, so your stockings prepared, and hang them close by the chimney with care. The baby's wee stocking you must not forget, for Santa will have something nice for the pet, and those who are thoughtful for others will find the good saint at Christmas time has them in mind. There is Tommy, who tended the baby with care. A nice train of cars he shall have for his share, and how happy will Liza will be when she looks for all her presents and finds such budgets of books. And for dear Mary a doll there will be, and for Alice and Jeanie a happy Christmas tree, and wee little Georgie the baby will find a big stick of candy just suiting his mind. Oh, jolly good sight is this funny old chap when he dressed in his bearskin and fur bordered cap, all ready to start on his way through the cold in a sleigh covered over with jewels and with gold. While his deer from the mountains, all harnessed with care, like racehorse prancing through the clear frosty air. 'Tis fun to watch them and hear the bells ring, and the stars seem to think it's a comical thing. For old Santa is bundled so close to the chin that there's not a chance for the cold to get in. His cheeks are so rosy, his eyes how they flash. No horse or driver ever cut such a dash. His crack of his long whip, and he whistles a tune, while he winks at the stars and he bows to the moon. And over the treetops he drives like the wind, and leaves all the night birds a long way behind. His steeds speed away on their journey so fleet that when they seem to have wings from their feet, for there's work to be done by the cheery old man, and his horses will help him as well as they can. His sleigh is with toys and trinkets well packed. You never beheld one with treasures so stacked. And though in thought of good children he has such a list, not one is forgotten, not one will be missed. An army he gives to the boy who is neat and never is rude in the house or the street, and a farm to the lad who goes smiling to school, who knows all his lessons and minds every rule. And if you would please him, dear Bertie and Jack, and win a nice prize from the old fellow's pack, be good children, your parents obey, strive to be happy at work or at play. At Christmas, old Santa Claus toils like a Turk, for the cheery old fellow is fond of his work. With his weird-looking team, through the air he will go, and alight on the houses' tops, all covered with snow. And then down through the chimney he darts without noise and fills up the stockings and candy and toys. There's presents for Julia and Nellie and Jack, and plenty more left in the old fellow's pack. And if Frank behaves well and minds what is said, quits teasing the cat and goes early to bed, he'll find in his present a sled or a gun, a ready companion to frolic and fun on. Santa Claus hurries and works with a will for many tall Christmas trees he has to fill, and loads them with treasures from out his rich store till they blossom as trees never blossomed before. Through round as a dumpling and ever so fat, in running and climbing he's spry as a cat, and if the long ladder should happen to break and he should fall down, what a crash it would make. I told you his home was way up north by the pole. In a palace of ice lives this worthy old soul, and throughout of the doors it may furiously storm. Indoors, as we know, it is sunny and warm. When Christmas is over, old Santa Claus goes to his home in the north and his well-earned repose. And when he is rested and feeling tip-top, the good-natured workman gets back to his shop. And there he will labor from morning till night to make others happy, his aim and delight. And if his goodwill the dear children would earn, they must strive to be happy and good in return. He comes like an angel of light from above to do the earth's sweetest errands of love, and our heart and our homes to fill with good cheer, that we cannot help knowing when Christmas is near. And let us be glad, so that Christmas may be a real Merry Christmas to you and to me. And now that the story has ended, we'll give 3 cheers for old Santa Claus. Long may he live. That was the first one.